everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna, and today we are going to be doing a budget with me for our first paycheck in November. So this video is going to be coming out before we close our October budget because I am getting paid on the 1st, and I have pretty much closed out my October budget, but I am waiting for our truck payment to post so that I can get an updated debt balance for our video. So that is like the last thing we are waiting on. So hopefully that will be up sometime next week, early, and we can keep moving along to November. So how is everyone doing? I am excited for the holidays coming up. Everything like goes by super fast, but I do like the intentionality of spending time with family and trying to slow down. If you hear background noise, my son is watching TV in here, just in case y'all hear some noises. So we are getting paid on the 1st, and we are going to be working with a budget of $2,852. Let me zoom you guys in. So we are going to start off with our bills, and we are going to be paying a big chunk of them because we did not allocate any of our October funds towards paying November bills. So first we've got tithe for $280. Next we've got our AT&T bill, which it increased by 20 bucks, so it's at $189. This may be the next bill that I look at finding somebody who is cheaper. So in my November budget overview, I did mention that we switched car insurance. So our car insurance is no longer due on the 3rd, but I am still paying renter's insurance to State Farm. I do not know the updated total yet. I'm just going to go ahead and put 11. They said it might be a slight increase because I no longer have the bundle discount, but she said it shouldn't be going up that much. So I will cancel this once we do purchase a home and I switch to homeowner's insurance. But for now, we're going to keep that. Next is going to be our Hulu, and it is at $97. And then we are going to go ahead and knock out our rent with this check, and that is $13.75. So let's give our bills a count. Got $19.52 for bills. Let's take that from our $28.52, and that leaves us with $900 left. Okay guys, so y'all are probably gonna keep getting a few spews of this because I have not done my October budget recap yet, but we overspent in October, and so I am trying to replenish our savings where we were prior to October, and so some of our November checks are going to be replenishing our savings. I will probably go more in depth, more in depth in our October budget recap video, but because I am using our cash in November to replenish our savings, I am probably going to be budgeting a little differently. I have not decided exactly how I want to do this month's budget. So for this check, I'm not going to include any variable spending because we pay it all, or we charge it on our credit cards and then pay our credit cards off at the end of the month. This is probably not ideal because do you tend to overspend when you use credit cards? Yes. And do you trust yourself to pay off your credit cards by the end of the month? That's a question for each person who is doing their budget to ask themselves. In our case, yes, we do tend to overspend because we put all of our variable spending on our credit cards, but we do pay it off every month. So we do not typically have any rollover on our credit cards. Have we been out of control before? Yes. But I feel like we have been managing well to pay them off monthly. And so for this month, I may or may not be including variable spending on my budgets, because I will probably just include it on the last paycheck where I will pay off the entire credit card for the month. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that for every check, but for this check in particular, that is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to allocate any towards variable because I won't actually be paying any money towards our credit cards with this check. So that's why budgets are so personal and it's based on your preferences. I would like to get us to where we are not using our credit cards because we do overspend. But I am okay with what we do with our credit cards, if that makes sense. So that's a long tangent just to say that I'm not putting any variable spending on this paycheck. But we typically stay within budget in most of our categories. It's just our dining out that is out of control sometimes. But when I say I'm okay with what we're doing, I'm saying I am aware of our issue and I am okay with it being an issue for the time being. Obviously, I want to always be improving and saving more. But right now, I am okay with us overspending in food because we're still able to put money towards savings. We're still paying off our bills. We still have somewhat of an emergency fund, and so I'm just okay with it. I hope that makes sense to y'all. So all that to say, our next category is going to be our savings. For November, our first week of the 10K savings challenge is $220. And then I had spent some of our 10K savings challenge last month, and so I want to replenish that. So I'm going to put 10K replenish. And I believe the first week of September was 300. Yep, okay, and so then that gives us, we have 2 high yield savings accounts that automatically get drafted with my check, and so that's 100 towards our high yields. And then that is going to give us $280 to go towards our sinking funds. So that should be a total of $900 for savings, and that should give us our zero-based budget. So let's go ahead and do our budget recap, which is not going to be very much since we've only got 2 categories. We've got $19.52 for bills, and then we've got $900 for savings. So $28.52 minus $19.52 minus $900. Oh goodness. My zero on my calculator is not working. There we go. That is our zero-based budget. Okay, so that was short and sweet. Let's get our cash planning sheet out. And we are probably doing the bare minimum on our sinking funds this month, and so most of it is actually going to go towards replenishing our savings and going towards the house. So from our savings, this 100 is staying in the bank, so we are only going to pull out 800 from the bank. We've got our 10K savings challenge. Hello everyone. Sorry my phone ran out of memory. I still need to work on clearing my phone, so I apologize for that. So we are starting our cash planning sheet. Basically I wrote out the categories we are going to be stuffing this week. And so we've got $220 going towards our 10K savings challenge for November. Then we are going to put in $300 to replenish what we spent of our September 10K savings challenge. For car registration, it's getting $40. For taxes, it's getting $40. And then we are putting $200 towards our $10 and $20 bill savings challenge. So I want to try to finish these up quickly, and then that way we can solely focus on the 100 envelope challenge. So for this first one, we need 2 100s and a 20. We need 3 100s. We need 2 20s, 2 20s, and 2 100s. So that is 7 100s, and then 5 20s. So that's 100, and that's 700. And that is our 800 we've got going towards our savings. Okay, y'all. So that is going to be it for today's video. Thank y'all so much for watching. I pray y'all have a wonderful week or weekend, depending on when you watch this, and I will chat with you in our next one. Bye, y'all.